This afternoon I'm going to talk to you about two things. I'm going to talk to you about Flipgrid, which is a way for students to video, and I'm also going to talk to you about Screencast-O-Matic. Before we get started, I want to show you a Flipgrid or a video about Flipgrid that a couple of my students took to show how easy it is for students to actually get onto the site. Now with that video, my students did want me to tell all of you that it was easier to download the Flipgrid app from home. My classroom apparently is the dead zone when it comes to Wi-Fi. So if you let your students know in advance that they need to download it to their phone, it will download to both Apple and Android. And really, I only asked one in every group to have it on their phone. I had a couple groups that theirs either wouldn't work or they forgot. So once I had all the groups finished, I had one student that would go around and video for the others. That would be perfect if you have students that don't have devices on them. And you can actually download Flipgrid to your computers. So let's look at the ease of using Flipgrid as an educator. You would go to the flipgrid.com website and you're going to sign up today. There are pricing options. I am all for free. I do everything I can, I do free. So this is Flipgrid pricing. So just to show you what you could get for free, you will get one grid, unlimited topics. I use the grid as like a classroom name. So I teach integrated math 2, so that would be my grid name. And then I would create topics under that. If you notice, you have unlimited student response videos, 15 seconds to 90 seconds, secrecy, privacy, and moderation settings, simple individual student feedback, private video sharing with families, custom integrations with the Microsoft, and you can embed it anywhere. I actually embedded it in my school webpage. And also put a link on my SMORE newsletter that I send out to parents so they could see the videos that the students produced. It is free for iPhone, iPad, Android apps. If you'll look at the paid version, it's $65 a year. You get unlimited grids, unlimited topics, and you can have up to 5 minutes of video time. I didn't need that much time, and there's some other things you can look at there if you're interested. But I wanted you to see up front how the free and the price classroom would compare. Now let's go through the walkthrough video.
Welcome to Flipgrid. My name is Kevin Soren, and if you're emailing Flipgrid, I'm probably the one responding. But right now, I'm walking you through the simple steps needed to start amplifying student voice in your classroom. After logging into your Flipgrid admin, this will be your homepage, the My Grids page. To get started, we're going to create our first grid by selecting the blue button. A grid is a classroom or community, so let's go ahead and name it after that. Now here's the grid link. This is what you'll share with your students. Part of a grid link is a grid code, the random numbers and letters at the end. This grid code is what makes your grid private, and only those with a grid link or grid code will have access to your content. Those are the only required features of a grid. Other optional features include additional security and privacy settings, and enabling transcriptions for accessibility. And finally, there's a grid cover image for a bit of a design. One is randomly selected for you, but I'll choose the globe because we have Flipgrid users all over the world. I hit create and I'm pulled into the topics section of that grid. Now we need to add a topic to spark a discussion. Select the blue button to get started. A great first topic to start creating a community is introductions, so I'll title it that. Then add topic text to pose questions or give your students a prompt for the video. Over here you can see the video response time. The default length is always 1 minute and 30 seconds, although that can be adjusted. Those are the only requirements of a topic. You can also explore optional resources such as adding a video or image with your topic, or adjusting any response features such as moderating student responses or editing the selfie decorations. When you're ready, select Create Topic. Now you can simply share this grid link with your students and start amplifying student voice. See you on the grid.
Now let's look at actually setting up an account. So if you'll go to sign up today, you can sign up with Google or with Microsoft, but I just typed in my first, last name, email address, super secret password, age of your learning community, your area, subject, or expertise, and said let's go. Now since I already have one, I'm going to hit Educator Login in just a second, but let's go ahead and look at students, the student tab as well. All they have to do is enter the flip code. Okay, so once you have that code for them, they're set. So Educator Login. Okay, log into Flipgrid. I have one grid, and that's actually, I just named it Math 2017. I had the one flip code, and I can go back and look at whether it was active, inactive. I can share it. If I share it, I have a code. I have a grid link. I can also, Facebook, Twitter, Google Classroom, and then I can also share on Remind. If I look at my actions, I can edit the grid. I can view the topics. I can add co-pilots. Now this is something I hadn't seen before, but it said a co-pilot can edit the grid, create topics, review videos, and provide feedback. So to me that would be maybe a second teacher if you were co-teaching, or if maybe several classes wanted to go together and do a topic. But if I click on my grid name and look at my topics, I had my students show their mastery of factoring. We had 3 types of factoring. I picked a problem for them. They had to show how to work the problem, and I wanted to show you just a couple of them. So when I open up the first topic, it shows you all the videos. Now I had stated that there were rules, and a few of them broke them. I didn't want any faces in the video, and I didn't want any names in the video. So they were supposed to name their video by their group table and which period they were in. So here's one that did follow the rules, so let's look at that one.
So you're going to start off by multiplying A by C. Then you'll multiply it out. Now you'll factor it, and you'll get x plus 10 and x plus 3.
Okay, so you can have comments here.
Put it as a denominator.
You can add private video feedback,
And then you'll move your A.
which is really nice. I know you don't want to learn how to factor. There were a couple things, is several different groups factored different ways. They learned how to factor before they came to my class. I just built on what they had learned in Integrated Math 1. So it was nice to see different groups doing it different ways. Another reason I did this is so the students that were having trouble could click on the videos and find a video that used the method that they chose, and maybe it would help them out. So these are all really good, even those that showed their faces or their names. They all did a really nice job, and they enjoyed it.
So
Didn't
first you're
take
gonna
long at
multiply
all.
A times C, and you're going to get equals 36, and then you're going to set up your equation.
It was amazing to watch how they interacted with each other, and how they had a minute and 30 seconds was a long time to them at first, but then once they thought about it and had videoed it a couple of times, they realized that really wasn't a lot. So they had to think about what they were going to say. A lot of people, or a lot of the groups, used the whiteboards to write everything on, and then show or talk them themselves through the problem, and then some of the groups just wrote and talked at the same time. So now you've seen how students can download the app, how easy it is. You've seen how you can use it in your classroom, and you've really seen how easy it is for you to set up. So these are our three things that I really wanted you to see. Now I'm going to stop this video and talk to you on the second video about how I made this video. This is Screencast-O-Matic.